should be going.
All right, go ahead and get us started.
All right, we are the East Texas Bass Anglers coming at you from Grapeland, Texas, middle of nowhere. And we got ourselves a little goodie box in the mail recently and thought we'd kind of open it up and show you what we got.
Yeah, I got a good package of Picasso Lures. I'm Charles, and
I'm Jacob, or JP, or whatever you want to call me, I guess.
just don't call him late for supper.
Yeah.
Or for fishing, yeah.
No, not late for that.
Yeah, we finally got a Picasso order in that I'd been holding off on ordering because I wanted to make sure that I got the things that I wanted in this. And one of the main things is going to be the new Gen 2 shock blade Picasso chatterbaits. Or bladed jigs, whatever you want to call them. I call them all chatterbaits, but
yeah, it's kind of like the rattle trap.
Gen 2, and we got some new jigs that we want to try, some new colors, and so let's go ahead and get started unboxing them and see what we got.
Alrighty, what are we gonna start with?
Well, I guess we can just start out here on top with if you enjoy scoping and throwing minnows, these Picasso Sujins. Yeah, that's what we got right here. They are pretty darned excellent for doing just that. And the head on them, if you'll notice I can't remember what they're called by other stuff.
I don't know.
Well, they call them Suja, but it's got the blade on, the plastic blade, or it's kind of flexible too, but it makes the stuff wobble. Like you said, we're beginners on fishing, but we've been doing it for a little while, so a lot of times, plus I'm old and I don't always remember what everything's called, but
I think it says on the back
I can remember what
called.
The Sujin is, so.
It's just a bill, I guess. Yeah, bill.
But these are excellent. I've caught a lot of big bass on these. I think my biggest one I caught was a little over 7 pounds.
And you got a lot of these.
Yeah, I went kind of crazy, but I like them, so I don't like running out when I'm out there fishing. So I was afraid I was going to be running out, and it's that time of year where I like to throw them.
It's kind of hard to see them from this far away, but
you can throw them out and just let them go right along the bottom, just slow rolling them, and catch a lot of good fish.
They wobble like really hard whenever you're swimming them, and it gives it that roll.
Another Sujin.
Yeah, you got a lot of those.
And they come with the bigger ones, like the 3/8 and quarters. They come in 2 to the pack, and the 1/8 ounce they come in 3 to the pack. So it's pretty good value on that. Let's go ahead and look in here and see what else we got, JP.
All right.
I had to get me some of these. It's the Picasso Lures Shakedown Shaky Head.
Yeah, you gotta hold it kind of up there.
It's got the little spring there to put your baits on, and I have caught a ton of bass on these things. In fact,
they work right around this time of the year really good.
In fact, at our tournament on Rayburn last weekend, I caught one that was a little over 3 pounds on it that really helped our bag. So every angler needs Picasso shakedowns.
I feel like a lot of people don't use shaky heads as much as they should. I mean, they're pretty good though. We've caught a lot of fish on them, especially during like the summer.
Got a whole lot of jigs.
Are these skirts?
Yeah, those are extra skirts. So let's go through and get all the jigs out, and then we'll go to the main goodies. Another Sujin. I might accidentally hit the button on those too many times. It's more shaky heads, but you always need shaky heads. I mean, and you don't lose a lot of Sujins. I know I was fishing last night, and I broke off a couple of them on some big bass, and so you always got to have enough. The worst thing in the world is to be out on a lake and run out of what you were catching them on. So
yeah.
All right, let me get it all out and I get the box out of our way. All right, so we're going to start out looking at the jigs that we bought. I bought a lot of different colors, a lot of 1/2 ounce, a lot of different sizes.
Yeah, a couple skirts.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like that money color. It's probably kind of hard to see with the light reflecting on it, but
let me get off.
But it's kind of got a copper color to it with like some kind of like a money green color.
Well, that's what that color
Yeah.
is, money.
And then some black strands too, but I've seen a lot of people use this color with a lot of success.
But it's really economical to buy you some new skirts.
Yeah.
And you can, I believe you can put these skirts on just about any other products on, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
They're pretty easy to change out, and you want to change your color on your bladed jigs or on your jigs. You can order the jig heads. You can buy all the components you need to kind of build it and put it together for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing for me is, you know, if you got the colors and you run out.
It's just black, right?
Yeah. If they're really biting a certain color and you break them off, because I'm pretty notorious about breaking off jigs and losing jigs. That's why I bought
I'm pretty bad at it too.
all these, because I had to restock all my Picasso jigs. And I've got a lot of jig heads that you can go through and just kind of pick out what colors you want and put them on there. There's some good videos out on the Instagram, how to change these jigs head skirts out on their products. And so I encourage you to go find that up. I think Greg Hauser put it on there. Shout out to Greg. And so here's our jigs. Let's see here. I think these are little spotties too. And the little spotties catch big bass. I can't
Are you sure
say
those
that
are little
enough.
spotties?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
No, those are.
They're
Yeah.
just a little bit bigger heads.
What
on
color
them.
is this?
I don't know what.
Green
does it say?
pumpkin, orange tiger. I don't
Is that
think
what
I've
it
ever
says?
thrown that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
green pumpkin, orange tire. I thought it looked like a
Yeah.
good color.
And then money.
And then money.
But yeah, you can see it's just kind of like orange color here. The tiger one is. It's probably reflecting off the lights a lot, but yeah, those are pretty good looking colors right there. I know money. It's kind of like your green pumpkin, but I feel like sometimes having that black in there kind of helps it be seen if the water's more tannic.
Yep. And these are just some regular football jig heads, 3/8 ounce. And I got some green pumpkin magic. I don't think I had any of that color, but it looked pretty interesting. And then, of course, the old trusted black and blue.
Yeah, just kind of
You
your
always got to have some black
standard
and blue.
colors there.
And green pumpkin tiger chartreuse, which is probably one of my favorite colors around here. That tends to get bit really, really well. Another money jig. I think these are 1/2 ounce jigs, because sometimes we like to throw them a little bit
Yeah, if
deeper,
you're
and
gonna throw 'em
I didn't
deeper.
have a lot of deeper jigs.
Well, sometimes too that heavier jig, the action on it, I feel like is a little bit better. If it's like if it can make trailers work different and everything. Sometimes it just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes they'll buy a 1/2 ounce when they don't want the 3/8.
Yeah, I'm still getting. I just started throwing jigs like last year and started catching fish on them, and I enjoy fishing them. You know, I've always been a big soft plastics man, and throwing jigs is pretty close cousins to that. So I enjoy that when we got the green pumpkin magic in this and money colored in it. That money color's been really hot.
Yeah.
And I have a few of them, but I haven't bought a lot of them because they were so hot when they come out. They were selling out like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And so
Been hard to kind of get them.
I finally waited around and got me some.
Yeah, and these are just more of the 3/8 sizes in money and the green pumpkin glimmer, which it's kind of like I guess it's like a green pumpkin with a few of those black and blue kind of strands in there.
Yeah, it looked like it would be really good with
I like that color.
a green pumpkin blue flake trailer on them.
Right.
And that's really close to what that color's on. And I know on Rayburn and a lot of lakes around here, we find that we catch a lot of fish on the green pumpkin blue flake.
Yeah, green pumpkin, typically whenever it's like sunnier outside, it's pretty great. And then, your black and blue, if the water's kind of more stained and tanning, sometimes that's kind of the way to go.
Yep. And now then, the
Piece de resistance.
yeah, the feast that we can go see if the fish are going to eat. And I'm excited about getting them because both of us love throwing a chatterbait. And we both caught a lot of good fish. And so the Picasso came out with their Gen 2s, and they've been out for a few months, I believe.
I think so.
And
We just hadn't gotten our
I just
hands
been
on 'em
waiting
yet.
to get them because I was waiting till I was
Yeah.
going to order more stuff than just a little bit. And so they finally got them all lined out, and I placed an order and got some. So let's take a look at some of these colors that I picked out.
This is probably one of my favorite colors right here. They've been showing a lot everywhere. It looks like the head is kind of a little bit different now, and so is the blade shape. But this Morning Dawn color right here is pretty nice looking, and it's probably hard to see it on the camera, but the blade there is, it's kind of got like a,
It's got a gold or a silver blade.
this is silver blade, and this is what, a 1/4. So
Is that a 1/4 ounce?
Yeah.
Or 3/8.
oh, it's 3/8. But
I think all of them should be 3/8.
I think so. But yeah, it's got like these edges that are kind of like semicircles on the sides. I'm wondering if that like changes the sound of the thump.
I think it's supposed to change it up, and it's going to be different. And a lot of times, different is better when you're throwing.
And it looks like the ring on the head there is like thicker. I guess that probably helps transfer more of the vibration to it as well. But yeah, they've made some changes to them, but they look pretty good, honestly. Are they using what kind of hooks? Gamakatsu 3/0. And yeah, they've got their signature skirts. Yeah, the heads are looking a lot different than they used to, but sort of like flatter now and coming out to the sides more than vertically shaped. So that's a little bit different. But yeah, I like that color right there, that Morning Dawn. I haven't gotten to try it yet, obviously, but it's looking pretty good.
I bought one mainly because I like to try it before I buy a bunch of them and see how it works. So I'm going to try it out and find out how it works. But it ought to work because a lot of the other Morning Dawn worms and stuff work pretty well.
I think that color's like whenever it's real sunny outside, you kind of want to throw it then. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I mean, I've caught a decent amount of things on that color too.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Like I said, I'd like to sit here and try to convince everybody that we know everything there is about bass fishing.
Yeah.
The only thing I know for sure is if you don't go fishing, you're not going to catch any fish. And another thing I always say, if you're afraid of losing your lure, don't buy it.
Yeah.
And so we have to buy a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to throw them and use them. So
yeah, and we lose jigs and chatterbaits like no one's business.
Yep. And so here's a staple around here. I don't think you can go fishing without a yellow and white and chartreuse and white.
Yeah, and that one has a golden blade on it, which I really like that white with the gold blade. Sometimes gold, I've always heard gold is kind of what you throw, I think, whenever it's like cloudy outside, kind of. And then silver is more on, no, I think I have that reverse. I think gold is whenever it's real sunny. I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head. But paired with that white, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll throw it whether it's cloudy
probably
or
try it
sunny anyway to see if they're going to hit it. A lot of times around here, you start out with one weather condition and end up with another. But
yeah,
I
especially
find
in Texas lately.
Chartreuse and white, even in the Picasso spinnerbaits, they are just work all the time.
Yeah, they make really great spinner baits too.
That's why I bought me 2 of these so that when I lose one, we can use another one.
I feel like we don't lose a whole ton of spinner baits, luckily. And then this one here, is that the money color again?
No, I think that's a
green pumpkin, tiger, chartreuse, and black.
Yeah, I don't think we had a chatterbait from Picasso in the green pumpkin.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
So I wanted to get one and try it out.
Yeah, that color is pretty typical green pumpkin right there, kind of. But yeah, looks pretty nice. And then
I'm excited about the black and blue shock blade too, Gen 2s. I catch a lot of big bass on the black and blue on the old shock blades.
Yeah,
and they still have those, but these are just a little bit smaller profile, and they are just really good looking. And you can put a good trailer on it. You got the bait keeper there, the candy cane bait keeper, and look at the bend on that hook.
Oh yeah,
I can see that's going to get some very, very good hook sets on this hook. And
you can probably hold it up to the camera kind of in the middle there to focus in on it.
Do that right there. I'll show you the bait keeper and everything. And I know a lot of times you have to glue your
Yeah.
baits on it, but I find that with these, usually I don't glue a lot of mine simply because by the time I catch a couple of fish on them, I'm trying to change them out
Yeah.
anyway. And so
Oh.
the Picasso bait keeper and that candy cane, it digs in and it holds it on there pretty good. And
Yeah,
to tell you
those
the
are some
truth,
sharp hooks,
if I'm catching fish on them, I don't mind changing out my trailer
Yeah.
pretty regular.
Let's see if I can kind of get it up there. But yeah, it's pretty nice looking colors, really nice flashy skirts.
Yep. And these come with I think that's a cobalt color. The
Yeah,
black.
I like that. I like that blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's really shiny. You can definitely tell it's super blue.
Yeah. Probably between black and blue and the chartreuse and white are my two favorite colors to throw in chatterbaits.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if I like that morning dawn color the most. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot though.
Well, I certainly had to hide it from your mama to keep her from wanting it.
Yeah, she's been doing pretty good fishing lately too.
It may not be politically correct, but that's kind of a girly color.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of pink.
That's because you're trying to catch girls with it.
Yeah.
You're trying to get some
Yeah.
big old females.
Yeah, but like I said, it don't keep me from using that morning dawn worms and stuff. Catch a lot of fish on them. Sometimes when they're super finicky, they want that color. Yeah. And I often wonder what it actually looks like underwater to the fish.
Yeah.
You
If
know?
I had underwater cameras, I'd probably figure it out.
Well, you still wouldn't know what it looked like through the fish's eyes.
Yeah.
You know, what
Well, I
are
know they see
seeing?
colors different.
Yeah,
And like right around like dawn and everything, they see in like black and white. And so that's why those dark and bright colors are what come out to them more. From what I understand, I could be wrong and not be remembering that right, but
Yeah.
from what I know, that's kind of how it's supposed to work. Other than that, I think they see like reds, greens, and I think blues pretty well. And
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense with a lot of the colors
Yeah.
of baits that work well.
sometimes I think that fish see my baits in camouflage and they can't see it, and so I don't ever get any bites. I took my wife out fishing this well, I guess it's 2 days ago, and I got some videos, and we'll put out a video on this later on. But took her out and and my wife don't fish much. She barely throw a rod, so I gave her one of our old 18 Kinetics spinning rod with a spinning rig on it. She'd never thrown one, but after about 3 or 4 tries with it, she picked it up pretty good.
Yeah.
And after her little mishap I had her hold the rope for the boat, and the Skeeter FXR almost pulled her all the way in the water. She got up to her knees.
Yeah.
And so my fishing trip almost ended. If she'd have fell completely in the water and got wet and cold, that would have
You
been
would
it
have
for
had to
my
gone
fishing. I'd have to
swimming.
draw back to Lake Nacogdoches and
Yeah.
probably got wet myself. Yeah, to go get my boat. But that Skeeter FXR 21 kind of outweighed that 120-pound wife of mine.
Yeah. It'll drag you down.
But took her out fishing, and she had me down like 3-1, and then it was 4-1, and she was catching them on a Neko rig with the Pro Metal Picasso Neko weights in it. And she fished that all day long. She never threw another single thing. And of course, I'm throwing a lot of different stuff, just trying to figure out if the fish were up spawning. And I really thought they would be, but
Yeah.
I didn't see any spawning. I'm sure some of them have to be. That water temperature was up around 63 degrees. And but
It ought to
I'm
be
beginning to
about
wonder if
time.
they're all up in that hydrilla on Lake Nacogdoches and just hiding out from us, because you can go up through there and you can't really see them on live scope.
Yeah.
But we ended up catching some. I got out there and practiced my live scoping later on, and had to cheat to catch up with her. You know, she had me down 4-1, and went out and started live scoping around some underwater islands, and ended up catching a couple of good ones. I caught one that was 4 pounds and something. And so I was excited about that, because I'm not the biggest fan of live scoping, but I know I need to learn it. And so it's a lot of fun, but I'm still one that enjoys just the standard fishing. You know, there's a lot of reasons I go fishing, and relaxing and enjoying myself while I'm fishing is one of them. And just figuring out what the fish are trying to do without going out there and scoping them for me is fun. So I'm never going to be one that just live scopes all the time. I'm going to use it when I need to or when I want to, and I like using it just to find where the fish are hanging out in general area. So
Yeah.
but I did cheat to catch up with her.
How so?
Yeah, well, because I had the live scope to catch her. I couldn't hardly get a bite.
Yeah.
I finally picked up the same thing she was throwing, still couldn't hardly get a bite. She just had that woman's touch. It's that slow rolling on top of that hydrilla, I guess. I was trying to work it like a professional, and so.
I hear Rebel. Oh.
Yeah, Rebel come in here to say us.
He's under the table now.
Well, I think that's about it for us tonight on East Texas Bass Anglers. And so we're fixing to sign off, and we'll go out and use some of these next time we go fishing. Might be in the morning or tomorrow evening. Jake's been working all week, and so he's probably pretty tired, so he may want to sleep in and just go tomorrow evening. But we're going to go out and tie on some of these Picasso chatterbaits, these Gen 2s, and see what we can do, and we'll get back to you, and we'll probably put the footage on the end of this video.
Yeah.
All right, well, good night, and God bless.
Yep. Bye.